Hi, my name is Cinny and welcome to my YouTube space. Today I'm just going to be talking about entrepreneurialism and me and my journey and what it's been like so far in starting my own business. So far it's been hard. I'm not going to lie. It's really difficult to start your own business, especially if you um, are coming out of a career and you're not knowledgeable about what you want to do and go into. So I have this awesome idea to liberate women sexually, and in the beginning, I tried to make it work with my business plan that I had, and it didn't. I had to completely rebrand myself. I had to change my name to fit the business model that I had because the idea that I had did not fit what I needed for the business. And that's something that you just have to just realize, like, when you are on a path to starting a business and you're doing things for your business, if the name isn't right, if the modeling isn't right, and the overall construction of how you're building the business is wrong and the foundation is not laid correctly for your business, you have to start over again. So I have started over. I have started over several times. It's hard to start over, it's discouraging to start over, and I have felt like a failure at times. And I felt like, why didn't I find this out? Why don't I know these things? But I have to remind myself, and my boyfriend reminds me that you're a new entrepreneur and it's okay for you to fail. You know, failure is the key to your success, and just educate yourself more. So, some of the things that I had failed on my business plan from the beginning is, first of all, the name was wrong. My original name was Be Bold Prince because as I told you before, I had this idea to sexually liberate women through t shirts and just putting bold things on there. But there were also some things mixed in there that were funny and like just like sayings from the community. And I tried to incorporate trendy things as well as my sexually liberated idea for women on there, and it just didn't work. I realized that my t-shirts were not for teens or anything, they were definitely for adults, and the name that I had didn't say what I wanted the business to be. Now I've changed my business plan to something else that as soon as you hear the name, you know exactly what it is. And the business name that I changed it to was Erotic Ink because I'm doing shirts on sexually explicit things. So I had to revamp my business, and do it around there. And also, my business was not registered yet, but I was paying for a domain name and a hosting space to just test it out to actually see, like, if people are even interested in hearing what I have to say and seeing my designs and things. And people do like them. Like, I tested it out on Instagram and I promoted it there through like their promotion portal, which is a great tool to use for a business owner, and it's free. So I did that and I got a really good response. Now I'm just at the point where I do need more help with the business, and I'm not sure what help I need. I'm not sure what that entails. I'm not sure who that entails. I feel like I do need a partner for the business, but again, I don't know. And these are things that everybody's gonna face. You're not gonna know everything for your business unless you have a business already. But if you're just starting out like me from ground zero, I used to be a teacher and I thought I wanted to do that for the rest of my life. And then I just started to get this urge for working for myself and creating generational wealth for myself and my family. And I got tired of ultimately selling my time for money. So I'm like, I want to work for myself. And the rewardingness of it is spectacular. But it's hard. I cry, and I cry because I'll come to a point where I don't know. Like right now, I'm at the point where I need help for the business, and I'm on Skillshare, which is another great tool to use. YouTube is a great tool to use. Google, and I'm just trying to find these other entrepreneurs and other people that are doing what I'm trying to do, but I'm not finding people with the business concept in mind that I am looking to do. But I do find helpful information. And the information that I do find is sometimes beneficial to my business. I can apply it towards it, and sometimes I can't. There are times where I feel stuck and I just have to go back to the drawing board and start over. You can't be afraid to fail and start over when you're trying to start a business, because if you are, you may get stuck on an idea that nobody likes, or there's no market for it. There's ultimately, when you're a business owner, you have to find a business model and something that everybody wants and they don't have. You have to fill a void or a need somewhere in the market. That's how you're going to make your income, and that's how you're going to be successful. A lot of business owners or inventions and things have been made because nobody did them before and there was a need for them. Like, there was a point in time where we didn't have straws or like little cup holders to put over hot objects, and somebody said, oh, there's a need for this and people want it, so I'm going to provide that need. So when you're a business owner, you're just finding a need for someone and then you're just providing it. If you can't do that, it is a great plan to go back and just see what you're doing. Just go back to the drawing board and do some more research. The more research you do in your target audience, from my experience, I'm finding, and from learning from other entrepreneurs and other business owners as well, is the more research you do into your target potential customer, the more beneficial it's going to be for you, because then you can specifically create content or merchandise or product cater to that specific person and those needs, and they'll always like come back. So I'm learning how to do that, and I've just been doing a lot of research on women and women's sexuality, as well as factoring in my own personal experience, and it's working out for me. I do feel confident when I come across information and I apply it to my business and it works for me. I found great YouTube resources and great entrepreneur business, mostly women, but I do find men too. And it's not any discrimination to gender or anything. It's just that it is difficult being a woman in a business. So a lot of times I do try to take the advice and seek out other women, but I do definitely watch other videos with men and things because I learn from them too. But you just have to just be willing to, start over and keep trying and just educate yourself. If you don't know how to do something in your business, if I don't know how to do something, I learn how to do it. For instance, I don't know how to use Adobe Illustrator and like Procreate, which is what I'm using on my iPad, and I wasn't knowledgeable with social media, and I've been educating myself in those things and just trying to learn how to use those things to my benefit as best I can, because ultimately at the end of the day, social media and education are things that are going to provide a unique type of service that I'm offering for my business and help me. So I'm not afraid to learn or put myself back in school or educate myself or anything like that when it comes to my business, especially if I could apply it to the business and make money from it. So don't be afraid to learn, always be a student. Emotionally, it's been a roller coaster for me. Like I said before, I do cry about myself in the business, especially if I'm having a day where maybe I'm not working, or maybe I'm not up to working. I might feel lazy and I'll feel bad about it. Or if I'm doing something for the business and it didn't work and I had to start over, it was really difficult for me to start over. But now it's like a walk in the park now. When I come across something in my business and it isn't working, I change it just like that. And if I don't change it, I talk to someone about it, mostly like my boyfriend or like other people, to just get as much information and just to get their feedback. It is nice having someone to talk to. I want more people to talk to, and it is lonely working from home. So right now, for my emotional sake and for my business, I am currently looking for spaces that I can go to and actually sit down with people physically and be there. I've joined communities online or different Patreons. I haven't found much support in those communities, so I found new communities, And you'll probably have to do that. Just like find your tribe, find your business tribe, and that's what I'm doing. That definitely helps me emotionally to be around people and to hear from people who are going through a similar experience with their business or a similar life experience that I'm going through. It makes me feel better and it makes me feel like just someone understands me. So emotionally, if you can find your own tribe business wise, that would be great. Like just do that for yourself, even if it's on Patreon or just find a community that you can go to and talk to. There's Facebook groups, there's Instagram, there's Patreon, there's YouTube, there's Skillshare, there's all kinds of blogs and different communities out there, and you just have to find which ones work for you. So also something that helps me emotionally is going to the gym and working out. I realized when I started working from home that I was more lazier than I thought I was. So I've had to find new ways to motivate myself and reinvent myself so that I just have that extra drive to push myself on those days where I don't want to work, or I'm not feeling up to it. So one of those things is just like leaving the house and going to sit in the park and working. That just helps motivate me. And just being in nature, that helps me. Giving myself some type of reward helps me. I like going to the gym. That helps me. It's just the gym. It's just a really nice atmosphere. There's just lots of positivity, and you release lots of positive endorphins and things when you work out. So it's great to work out when you are starting a business. It just helps me release a lot of unwanted tension that I have in my body and in here. It helps me clear my mind and focus a lot better. When you are starting a business, you think a lot. And there are times where I think so much I give myself a headache. So just hang in there and take those tips that I gave you. 1, find a support group. 2, join a gym. 3, don't be afraid to fail. And 4, figure out some way to motivate yourself so that you can continue going, because you have done something a lot of people are afraid to do, and I applaud you and I am proud of you for taking that risk. So thank you so much for tuning in. We're going on about 15 minutes now, so I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna try to put out more of these videos, but we'll see. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. This is Cinny. Good luck on your entrepreneur journey.